Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Open Mic Foundation. I am Sesh United, the founder of the foundation, and welcome to today's show. We are very late today. We had a lot of technology challenges this morning, and it's sometimes the universe, I believe, works in so many different ways. So I am so sorry for the delay. Suzaan is waiting for us. The thing is that the signal is not the best, so let's try and see whether we can get the show together and we can bring Suzaan on us today. So get ready. Today's story is about finding joy, and Suzaan's here to share with us her story about how has she found joy and what has given her the most joy. Hello, welcome at last. We have been struggling for about 45 minutes to get the stream on, guys. I'm just hoping that Suzaan has the time to share what she needs to share. The signal's really bad and technology has been really giving us some struggles. So, let's see what happens, and let's see, if we can get through this. Welcome everyone. There's a few people that's across the different platforms. It's sharing on our YouTube channel, which is the Open Mic Foundation, the Facebook page, and the Open Mic for Women private group. So whoever's joining, thank you so much. Please send through your comments, any questions that you may have. And because it's the Mental Health Awareness Month in South Africa, we are bringing stories that speak to mental health and what are some of the things that help us, to have a more sustainable, mental well-being. Mental health is a big issue, and especially with the pandemic that has happened, we've noticed a lot of suicide that has happened, a lot of mental health issues that have come about. There's anxiety, depression. There's a whole host of things when it comes to mental health. And Suzaan's here today to share with us her story about finding joy. So Suzaan, before we get into your story, please introduce yourself, where you're from, and just share with the audience a bit about yourself before we get into your story.
Yippee! Hello everyone! I am Suzaan Erasmus. I am originally from a farm outside of Sunny's and recently my husband and I moved to Middelburg, Mpumalanga. Yes, so still adjusting over here, but yes, yay for moving forward.
Thank you so much. Suzaan. So tell us a little bit about, your story. And I think a lot of people seek joy and seek happiness. There is a very big distinguish between what is joy and what is happiness, definitely, for sure. And Suzaan, I'm going to just hand it over to you for you to take us through your process and your story.
Nice, yay! I think that's wonderful and a good starting point is to know the difference between happiness and joy. So happiness is temporary and joy is a state of mind that can last forever. And happiness is you need to rely on like an outside source for happiness, and joy is an inner choice that you make. And obviously that's the better one to have, especially now in today's time where you look around you and you're looking for the external source of happiness. But around us is depression and hopelessness and I don't know, I want to say grey. Everything seems to be grey. And we're looking for the orange and the yellows, but there's none of that. But inside can be the orange and the yellows. If we look at the right places, and I think if we're kind enough to ourselves and honest enough with ourselves, we can have joy. But it comes with a warning also. If you decide to invest in the joy that is within you, people will definitely think you are weird. For real, or drunk, or on medication. I always say it's very, it's so silly. Everyone is on this train of be to yourself, commit to being who you truly are. But there's a beautiful word for it that I can't remember now. What's the word? Authentic. There's the word. Authentic. But the moment we see people who are authentic and are just being who they are, we judge them instantly. Because it's weird when people are just being who they are. So, how do we get the joy? It's all around us. Personally, for me, I wasn't always very happy. There was a time where I was very sad and angry. And yeah, you can't continue like that. It's a horrible cycle to be part of or to fall into. And I'm not saying that we should pretend that the sadness and the anger isn't there. But if you have joy, it just brings a lightness. And it makes it easier to deal with these things. And yeah, with the lockdown, it wasn't fun at all. I did not like Little Flies at all. Last year, my husband has a 10-minute video of me just crying. Like I couldn't deal with the lockdown. It was horrible. And I'm just crying, and he's recording, we documenting now history in the making. He's like, you're missing people. And I'm like, yes. He's like, you're missing all your friends. And I'm just crying. I'm saying, I'm even missing the people that I don't like. I needed people. And I knew in that time, I wasn't the only one feeling sad and depressed about the whole situation. Personally, also my industry theatre just died instantly. And there was many people going through the same situation. Losing income, losing jobs. And I mean, now there's people losing the people that they love also. So this is really a horrible time. And it unfortunately then it is a time for us to make a choice. We're either going to go and commit to the sadness and the grey, or we're going to make a choice and decide to see the yellows and the oranges, the color orange, not the fruit, wherever we look. So last year, when it was a horrible time, I decided that I need to, I don't know, have a way of connecting to people. Luckily for Zoom, yay, you can do that. But it's still not satisfying enough to just have a chat on Zoom. And people were sad, and we needed to laugh. And when I did a bit of research, I found the wonderful laughter yoga created by Dr. Madame Victoria. And I immediately contacted someone who could teach me, and I found Dr. Martin Kombrink, and he taught me everything. And very quickly also, he's like, no, we're in the middle of a pandemic and we need laughter, so let's just do this and start having sessions. And it was amazing. It was me, my husband, and our friends. We connected on Zoom and we just laughed. And it carried us through. Personally, I definitely do not want to go back to level 5 lockdown ever in my life. But the laughter yoga made it bearable. And it gave us a healthy alternative of dealing with our stress and anxiety. And this was not just for me, it was every single person who joined every week in the laughter yoga session. And the connection we felt. It's easy for people to say, okay, if you're feeling down, you just give me a call. But there's still not a real connection, but we laughing together, there's this beautiful hormone called oxytocin. So when we make eye contact with people and we laugh with them, we have this beautiful release of oxytocin, and this creates a lovely connection. So we were far apart, but man, I felt the love. So I love laughing, and laughing creates love. It's a beautiful cycle to be a part of, much better than the depression and the grief.
So, I mean, laughing yoga is not very big in South Africa. I know there has been 1 or 2 sightings of it. Not many people understand what does it mean to release that hormone within yourself to generate, It is, it is quite a different way of how you look at things, when it comes to laughter yoga. I know you and I spoke about it once because a friend of mine was telling me about laughter yoga. I was like, what would that mean? Right? But, it takes us to connect with ourselves inside, to also understand and appreciate what does it mean to laugh out loud and just to laugh. Because not a lot of people do that.
Yes, and when people do that, people think that they are very awkward and weird.
You have a very contagious laugh. I just want to say that.
That's the thing also. For laughter to have the health benefit, you need to sustain the laughter for 10 to 15 minutes. And it can't be a laugh like this. It has to be a belly laugh. It has to come from deep inside. So just imagine someone walking in Spar, pushing the trolley and then just laughing from their stomach and sustaining it for 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, no, somebody will probably think something's wrong with you, right? Especially out in public, right? In your home it's different, but in public it's something totally different.
Completely. Yes, so that's why laughter yoga creates a safe space for everyone to laugh out loud for real, and no one's thinking that people need to be submitted or admitted somewhere, and also through creating exercises with the laughter, it makes it easier for you to sustain the laughter. It's not just let's laugh. We actually doing laughter exercises, and that makes it possible to sustain the laughter for 10 to 15 minutes, even longer. So yes, laughter is a safe space, and makes it easier for you to get all the health benefits from laughter.
So let me ask you a few questions, right? So firstly, you spoke about, you being in a state of a position where you were feeling, sad and, lonely and things like that. What made you decide to go this route?
I'm a strong believer in using what you have. And I have laughter. I can hide my face, change my clothes, walk differently. The moment I laugh, people know it's me. And it's been like this my whole life. I've actually had people tell me that I should copyright my laughter because It's just that. It's unique to who I am. And I feel that way about everyone's loss. It is who you are. I think it's because I grew up on a farm, so I wasn't scared to just laugh out loud. No one was judging me when I did that.
Yeah, I was leading to that, right? Because there's no judgment. Because the place where you're speaking about is a small town, and for the people that are watching right now, you know, it's a small town where Suzaan came from, so it's not a big city life. So you were able to express a side of you that you don't really often spread, you know, or share when you're in the city, right? Because there's more, you know, and I'm going to say it, it's more judgment where people, you know, judge you. So whether you're in a supermarket and you're laughing for about 10 to 15 minutes, you know, I've had people stare at me. I mean, my kids will say the most darndest of things in public. I mean, guys, I am sure that there are embarrassing moments that you put yourself through with your kids or your kids do it with you. And just sometimes you just have to let it go. You have to let it rip, right? Because, I mean, if something's funny, it's funny, right? You can't contain, you know, you can't contain that within yourself. How do you contain laughter? I don't know.
No, the thing is with laughter, the more you try to contain it, the more it bubbles up. And in the moment you can't have it in anymore, and you release, it's like 3 times bigger than what you started with.
I mean, I think the worst I've ever laughed is when I cried and I was rolling myself on the floor. That's how bad it was, right? And that's because of the kids, right? So, I mean, kids will say the darndest of things, and I mean, I can laugh at myself. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that cannot laugh at themselves, right? I'm not too sure why. Are they afraid of laughing at themselves?
Yeah, definitely. Maybe laughing at yourself can mean many things to many people. It can be a sign that I don't know, that you don't have any respect for yourself, or it's admitting failure, which people hate doing. We are human beings. We are going to fail. That's like we know that it's going to happen. And I think we take ourselves way seriously, and we are extremely hard on ourselves.
Very true.
I did a session with a few women around this women's club, and we did the session about forgiving yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And people were just crying. There was this release of emotion the moment they admitted that they've never done this before, and that they've committed to being extremely honest with themselves and actually forgiving themselves. We carry a lot. And the biggest burden, the biggest baggage is that bag full of stuff that we haven't forgiven ourselves for. And it's so difficult even to forgive other people. Imagine forgiving yourself.
Yeah. So I learned something very interesting through some mentorships as well. You know, it's one thing about forgiving yourself. It's about giving permission to forgive yourself.
Yes.
Right? Which is very different. Allow yourself and give yourself permission to forgive yourself before you can forgive others. Because if you cannot forgive yourself in what you do, then it is very difficult for you to forgive someone else.
Exactly. So you cannot dish out what you don't have. So inside you have the fountain of forgiveness, but there's nothing pouring there. There's nothing there to dish from. The moment you forgive yourself, you're filling that fountain. And you can just dish from there and just throw everyone with forgiveness because you have the store. Because you have enough of that within you. You can't dish from this empty fountain. Yes, exactly. It's so powerful. The more you forgive yourself, the more you have forgiveness go around.
Yeah, you mentioned something very true as well, and something that humanity needs to hear is that we are human. We do make mistakes.
Yes.
And it's okay to make mistakes. It's for you to learn, to fail, and to learn what those mistakes mean to you, so that you understand, so that you don't repeat the mistakes, right? And we tend to be the most hardest on ourselves, not realizing. I think when we say society plays so much of judgment, honestly, if I have to be truly, I've dealt with so much of people from around the world, Suzaan, right? If there's one thing I've noticed, judgment is not coming from society, it's coming more from yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
You place that judgment on yourself. It's something that is within yourself that it says, oh no, I'll be judged by this, and that's why we tend not to do certain things, like laughing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
and
go for it.
Yeah. Just laughing and committing to laughing for no reason. So first of all, now you're scared and you're judging yourself. Oh no, maybe I laugh weird or so awkward and I tell everyone commit to that. Commit to that awkward laughter. That's also laughing, and from there it can just into joy. Just have a starting point. Have the spark that starts all of this. But we just can't even just take that step. Yeah, I don't know. You can create a safe space. It's the exact same as the self-judgment. You put the judgment on yourself. You are in charge of saying, okay, listen, I'm giving myself permission to let go.
Yeah. It is that, right? It takes a lot for people to let go of the control, because it's a control mechanism that we've self-built within ourselves, right? And let's be honest, that is our belief system that we've been brought up with. It's not right, nor is it wrong. However, does it serve you now?
No,
right?
No.
And we cannot control every single thing around us to feel, and control is about feeling secure and safe. That's what people think it is.
Yeah. That's also why I think the last few years we have witnessed suicide just skyrocketing because of exactly that. We do not have control.
Yeah.
And we try our best to control everything around us, and the more everything slips away, the more anxious we get, and the more depressed we get. But the moment you decide and you realize external factors, I have no control over them. I don't have control over the person driving in front of me. I don't have any control of the people surrounding me. But I do have control of myself.
Yep.
And I do have control of my emotions. I control that. It's a thing. We are allowing the external factors to make us anxious, to make us stressed, to make us depressed. The moment we decide and realize, but listen, I am in control of what I'm letting in, you realize, but then you also have control of what you are letting out. We cannot change the people around us, but we can change ourselves and our outlook. The moment we decide, this person, it's traffic and they're just shoving in here, there's no indicator, and I have to brake. That person is going to do it again. They're just going to do it again. Let them go. For you, don't allow that to make you anxious and stressed and angry. Put a smile on your face and let them go. Let it go. Lovely. Frozen.
So, it actually just happened just now, right? About 2 hours ago. So and I'm going to share this with you. I took my little daughter to Pick and Pay, right? She wanted to get a few t-shirts for herself. So we got a few t-shirts and we were standing in the line. So the lady said, that was helping us there in the area, said, please ma'am, can you stand on the other side so that I can control the queue, because the changing rooms were busy. So I was like, no problem. I went into the other side. She gave me an item for the number of garments that the little one had with her. So we're standing there, and here comes this lady from behind us, and the lady says, ma'am, are you standing in the queue? Yes, I've been standing here for so long, but you just can't see me. So this lady, and she came, no one saw her. No one saw her. She was so upset. She was so upset, right? My daughter's 12 and she's looking at me, right? She just doesn't understand why the lady's gotten so upset. So I looked at the lady and I said to her, ma'am, you are welcome to go ahead. It's no problem. She said, no. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I said, it's okay. You are welcome to go. No, don't worry. It's fine. In a very, harsh tone. The lady that was helping us, she didn't know what to say because, she believed she was there before me. And I'm like, it's okay. If you feel that you needed to go before me, it's okay. It doesn't make any difference to me. The lady got so pissed. She got angry because I told her now she could go in front of me. Right? And you know what the sad thing is? This 12-year-old child is looking at the behavior of this adult. Right?
Yes.
And she has no idea what this 12-year-old is thinking of this lady. And my daughter said to her, you're more than welcome to go. She said, it's okay. Kids can go ahead first. It's fine. So when I came out of we went and the little one went and she fitted the t-shirts on and we came out, right? I said to the lady that was helping us, and I said to her, the anger that she's shown is of nothing on you. It's got nothing to do with you. She's just angry.
Yes.
And I said to her, it's not you. I said to her, it's not you. Why would you make this person that you don't even know so angry and sad through the words that you are sharing?
Yes, exactly. And then we get upset. This lady is probably going to do it again. This is probably also not the first time she's done this.
And to your point as well, Suzaan, there's a lot of people that are angry in the world. They're so, they are so angry at themselves. They're so angry at their life. They're so angry at other people. Besides angry, they also have fear within them.
Yes.
And what happens? Very dangerous combination, right? And when you go out in public, people see it. Why? Because you react. And all I can ever do is just shake my head and laugh at you, right? Because it's funny. The world, the universe has so much of capacity to take on people's energy, right? Why waste your energy focus on angry people? Right?
Exactly. And how sad that as human beings who are capable of feeling all of these emotions, we do not have the capacity to deal with them. It's super sad. We have no healthy way of getting rid of the stress, the anger, the fear. And then stuff like that happens. We're taking it out on strangers. And some people take it to the next level. It's just sometimes you give the wrong person a wrong look, and that was the last. For them, it was enough, and then they just have this horrible anger episode and shame. Now you this innocent bystander. It was too much.
And the person that's receiving it, right, don't realize that it's not about them. So what do they do? So what do? They react.
Yes.
They do. And that is why we have so much of, conflict, so much of unrest out there. It's just sad for me that we have to go through that emotion to actually feel when we come to that point, right? This lady, it didn't take anything off me to say, you are more than welcome to go ahead. It makes no difference. 2 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to make that decision. It took 2 minutes to know if you could change or not. What difference does it make whether you go ahead or go after?
Yes, exactly. But luckily, it was you. Maybe if it was someone else who was also in that anger cycle, and maybe that lady pushing in front of them was the last straw.
Yeah.
And then they would have been it would have turned out horrible.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me something. You currently conduct laughter yoga classes, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. All right. So how do people get a hold of you if they want to contact you to do laughter yoga? Guys, just so that you know, Suzaan is in the theater business and she has been doing yoga classes for a while right now. She conducts Zoom classes for people right now. And she conducts classes all around the world right now as well. So it doesn't matter where you're sitting from right now. I'm going to refer you to Suzaan and the work that she's doing, which is really, really incredible. And sometimes it's also good of just having a good old laugh, really.
Yes. Laughter.
So if you can just tell people a little bit about your class, how often it is, how long it is, what are some of the things that they get to do in the class?
Okay, so a Zoom laughter session is about 45 minutes. It can go up to an hour, depending on how many people we are in the session. We start with a warm-up. So it's just getting the vocal cords ready for some laughter and just slicing through the awkwardness because laughing for no reason with strangers in the beginning is very awkward. So we're just getting over that, and then we have 3 sets of laughter exercises. The first set is just lovely, easy exercises just to get everyone silly and completely break the ice. And then the second set, we focus more on stuff that you do daily, like we can have toothbrush laughter or taking a shower laughter. So it's stuff that tomorrow when you do those things, they trigger. Oh, listen, but people are laughing about this. And then you actually get a spontaneous laugh. The third set, we focus on taking negative situations and just putting, I don't want to say putting a positive spin on them, but just again giving them that light. Like maybe we focus on a loss of income or anger in traffic. It's negative situations that a lot of people go through daily almost, and we just want to put the mind and remind ourselves that when I do get into this negative situation, there's always a different outcome. Again, the way that you handled the lady. It took 2 minutes for you to decide, listen, but it's not going to impact me if you go first. So it's exactly that. We want to train ourselves to take that 2 minutes and just realize, this isn't that bad. It's going to be okay. And then we have laughter meditation, where we focus on trying to now. So from the beginning up to there, we've been doing laughter exercises. So, and they do lead into real laughter, but for the laughter meditation part, we want to sit and just breathe and see if we can have a spontaneous laughter. And sometimes it's like just a small moment. The other day I had a session with a it was her very, very first time, and it was the best laughter meditation that I've ever had. She immediately started laughing and she couldn't stop. It was beautiful. It was so much fun. So it depends. So you see, if we just have a small laughter meditation moment, the session will be shorter. If it goes on for a bit, the session will be longer. And then we always end off with a relaxation. Where I do some color therapy. We really focus on some breathing, and it's a focus exercises. They differ every time, but basically it's things that bring healing. So now we've opened ourselves up, we've given ourselves permission to be honest, and then we just end the session off with a bit of healing. Just pulling yourself towards yourself. Yes. At the end, you feel lighter and you feel at peace. And there's this beautiful connection that will last you, I want to say forever. Because I have laughed with strangers. And when I do exercises that make me think of them, I think and I have the fondness for them. It's wonderful. So the connection you make with people, the connection you make with yourself, it's beautiful. And all the hormones, you get serotonin, oxytocin, endorphins, dopamine, all from laughing. I mean, it's stunning.
Fantastic. Guys, if you have any questions, send it through. We're going to be wrapping up now in the next minute or two, so please send through your questions. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It is a very different method in doing things though, Suzaan, I must admit, because not a lot of people are aware as to what laughter can do, and that it's something that should be doing more often, right?
Yes.
And I think the more and more we get the word out there for people, the more and more people will be able to understand what it does help. So guys, I want to say to you, please reach out to Suzaan. Suzaan, what I'm going to do is, if you can just post your details, if it says a website or class information or something on the Facebook post in the page where your post is, if you can just post your details in there about your class or your website details, and for how people can get a hold of you, I think it would be really good. Guys, I'm a firm believer of, if you've not tried something, don't judge it, right? Rather try it and see how it works for you than just listening to something and taking our word for it, but go and try something or try it and to see what would the results be for yourself. Because you're never going to know what the feeling of this is until you try, guys. And listen, when somebody says to me, why don't you just try yoga, laughter yoga, I'm just like, you associate yoga with something being, mind, body, and spirit, and going outside and connecting and things like that. Laughter yoga is similar. It's just that you're connecting within and you are releasing something that never has been touched before, right? So it is connecting, it's just in a very different way. Yeah. So, Suzaan, any last words from yourself?
I'd like to set a challenge for this week, for everyone watching. Find the joy around you. And go back to basics. What's your favorite song? What's your favorite color? And write it down. What's your favorite food? And once you have your list of favorites, focus on those things for the week. Focus on your favorite color. Focus on your favorite song. And every day, when you brush your teeth, by giving yourself a big smile. Your mouth is already halfway there. You can just lift the corners of your mouth. And just look yourself in the face and give yourself a bright, beautiful smile.
Oh, very kind words. And it's a great challenge as well, right? Because at the end of the day, it is something that is definitely to try and experience and feel what it, for you to feel what it does to your body, you know, and to acknowledge what that does to you. It's really an exciting challenge to do, definitely, for sure. Suzaan, I want to say thank you so much, and my apologies with the technology difficulty that we've had for 45 minutes. It has been, one of those. Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. Don't stress. It's no one's fault. It isn't. I just want to say thank you so much, and we will be in contact soon, and happy laughter.
Yay! Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you so much, Suzaan. I appreciate it. Take care. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Bye!